Reece, congratulations. After a successful trial period with us, you've been offered a contract.
Yeah.
How does it feel to sign for Exeter City?
Yeah, no, I'm delighted. Obviously, it's a great feeling, obviously, when the gaffer told me after the game Friday night. So, yeah, really, really happy, and thankfully the hard work's paid off in the 2 weeks. But it's only the start. Got to kick on now. And
is it hard being a trialist, because you know that you could work your socks off and it still might not be enough in a way?
Yeah, it's one of those, you've got to back your ability. In the 2 weeks, worked really hard physically. We've done quite a bit of ball stuff as well. So, yeah, no, listen, when you're coming in on trial, you have to back your ability to go on and get a contract, and thankfully I've done that. And like I said, it's only the start, and just need to keep pushing on.
A lot of the players have told us that the last 2 weeks have been pretty intense for a pre-season. How's it been for you?
Yeah, no, it has been. It's been a tough one. It's probably one of the toughest ones that I've done. But pre-season's always going to be hard, and that's what we want, because it's only going to put us in good stead for when 5th of August arrives. You
mentioned backing your own ability there. It must feel really rewarding to have impressed the manager in such a short amount of time that, you know, without second thought, he's offered you a deal. Yeah, no, obviously you've got to be confident as a footballer. It's how confident you actually are and how you use it. So, like I said, I've backed my ability during the training sessions, running, whatever we're doing, gym, running, or it's ball work. So, thankfully, like I said, it's paid off. You've played for Gary before at Partick Thistle, so it must be good to be coming to a club where you know people. Yeah, it's good to reunite with him, because the last spell I had with him wasn't that long, and I only worked with him for a brief time, and I could see the professionalism that he had when I was at Partick with him. And since I've been in here the last 2 weeks, the level of professionalism that I've seen from him is much, much higher, which is what you want to see as a player. When the manager's got standards like that, it's only going to help everyone around me, and including myself. We were just chatting earlier, and you mentioned that when you left Scotland and finished up at Dunfermline, you sort of fell out of love with football a little bit, and you're playing for Chertsey and for Hayes and Yeading, and now you're starting to find that love for the game again. Yeah, no, sort of fell out of love with football towards the back end of when I was at Dunfermline, and sort of took a little bit of time away and just went and played part-time football, and just generated that love back again. Tuesdays, Thursdays nights I was training, I was buzzing to go into training, looking forward to it, albeit the level shouldn't have been the level that I should be playing at or wanted to be playing at. So I took some time over this summer just to really have a real good go at it, to come in for pre-season, be really fit, and thankfully it's paid off, and that hunger I've got for it now is more than ever, and I'm just buzzing to be here. You've clearly worked hard and got to a point where you think, you know, this is where I want to be. Yeah, no, definitely. Like I knew, even when I was playing part-time, I knew this isn't where I wanted to be. This is not where I'm supposed to be in my career. But sometimes you've got to take a step back from things to really realise the love and the passion I had for the game, and now it's back. It's probably the highest it's ever been. So it's just, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The fans would have had a glimpse of you in the first half at Tiverton on Friday, and would you class yourself as a bit of a dead ball specialist? We saw a couple of times on Friday night. Yeah, no, I would say that's one of my specialities is free kicks. So hopefully this season, a couple of free kicks arise. I won't be hitting the stand, hopefully it'll be hitting the back of the net. But yeah, no, I'd like to back myself and say, yeah, I'm a specialist in free kicks. It does feel like quite a while since, off the top of my head, I can't think of the last time we scored from a free kick. So I'm sure the fans will be delighted to hear that. I mean, you've joined early as well. We're only started July. Yeah. And you've been with us for 2 weeks already. That's the luxury of a full pre-season. Yeah, no, definitely. To get in a full pre-season with the boys, obviously the first 2 weeks have been really tough. It's still going to be tough, but I think we're going to start doing some more game stuff, more relating to the start of the season. So just really excited to, every day is coming into football to work is everyone's dream, every little boy's dream. So for me to be back doing this is something I'll cherish. Something else you mentioned when we were chatting earlier as well was how welcoming you found
the club and the city as well. That must be a huge weight off your shoulders coming into a new place.
Yeah, definitely. I've said it to everyone. I said all the boys have been welcoming, the staff, everyone connected with the club, like behind the scenes that probably don't get their fair share of mentions have been fantastic, which for me, someone coming in on trial relaxes me and help me relax in the change room while out on the pitch and things like that. So now that I'm signed, it's got a real family feel, the club, so I just can't wait to meet the fans also.
You've obviously had the chance to meet your new teammates in this 2-week period in a footballing environment, but we've got that trip down to Mousehole tomorrow over to Thursday. You'll get to meet them in a more personal manner, bond with them away from football, and I mean that must be something you're looking forward to.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, we know the boys. I know the boys from being in the change room and out on the pitch and gym and things like that. But once you're actually really living together for a couple of days, is when you start to build more relationships and you start to understand the people that you're with day in, day out better. And it's probably come at a perfect time for me as a new signing to get those bonds going and hopefully build relationships on and off the pitch.